Sunday. It is currently December the, I don't know what date it is, child, to be honest with y'all, collective. Um, Sunday, December 21st, 2025. It's currently 1 something p.m. And yes, I am still in my PJs. I am just feeling very up, do my usuals, never lazy, always productive here. But today is just one of those days where I might just sit back and talk here. Hi, God. You know, I, it's very cloudy outside today, collective. Very. If I could show y'all. See, very cloudy. Sun peeks its head out, sun ra, every so often here. Hopefully I'm not pixelating. I am outside, a little bit away from the Wi-Fi, but I'm also away from the noise. Collective, I'm just finding myself to be extremely overstimulated on the understimulation. This happens to me probably once a month or every 2 months. Oh, sometimes I feel like my brain, my thoughts, my energy is just too big, too much for my vessel. Those, if any of you have ever felt like that, it's you're not the only ones. Okay. I'm drinking my coffee here, and it's like, also, time has been moving by extremely fast, but for me, it feels like a few minutes. So, again, probably quantum leaping again. I just figured I'd come outside and get on live here. For those of you that suffer from anxiety and you have extreme sound sensitivities, what is happening is your brain is quantum computing here. It's quantum leaping your spirit and your soul here. If you have accumulated or reacclimated your spirit with your soul here, um, you're just quantum shifting here, leaping. Same thing. Um, so overstimulated on the understimulation. Again, my anxiety, nothing is really wrong. Nothing is going on bad, right? I'm not bothered by anything. I haven't been, the puffiness in my eyes has went away though. Anyways, like, what you think is anxiety and you get extremely sound sensitive here, what you are doing is tapping into the collective energy. Everything is all energy here. And so all energy is connected to everybody. Sometimes you may feel like the world is too loud here. And it overstimulates you because the loudness that you hear, or like for me, the loudness that I hear, the world, it's gibberish here. It's gibberish. It's stupidity. It's lack of emotions, lack of intelligence, lack of connection to source here, lack of superficial. I mean, upswing of superficiality here. And again, there's nothing wrong. I had a pretty okay night's rest. It's just, you know how they say nothing, it's nothing new under the sun? That is because we have yet to break cycles. So as if we see what those are in powers and cease of position are doing, or trying to take us back into what we've already done, what we've already overcome, it is up to us to make something new under the sun. And that is by breaking away from the material world, even denouncing it here. And I know what a lot of people think, like, oh my God, she's telling us to. No, I'm not telling you to drink the Kool-Aid. No, no, no. I'm definitely not doing that. I've been having like a lot of downloads, bro. A lot of downloads. A lot of downloads. to those who have yet to awaken and did the inward journey here and reconnected, they wouldn't quite understand. Understand. Overstand. Oh, so overstimulated. There has to be more. I'm a person that very much so likes my solitary peacefulness. I'm not going to call it confinement here, but it does get quite repetitive and quite boring. I've seen a couple of different posts and threads on TikTok where monks have actually come out and they are going on a peace walk from Texas, I believe it is, all the way to Washington. I pray for their safety and their protection. And I pray that if anyone in the collective, if you're around them and if you see anyone trying to harm them, because if you look at history, they have done gruesome things to those of the Buddhist faith. Gruesome things. That's why they disconnect so much from the world. They themselves have denounced the material world here. I actually find them very, although they live a very ordinary and, materially disconnected type of life, I actually, and I don't want to say the word envy, I more so just, I honor them. And so I pray that anybody won't let them be subjected to any type of violence or any harm here. Because the monks have come out on a peace walk. Why can't I do that? I want to be there. It's not for publicity or for clout. I just want to be there. I want to know more of what they know. So to speak, I know what they know. So I'm just sitting here on live for a little bit, for as long as I see fit. Feel free to click off. Feel free to stick around. Feel free to ask questions. Feel free to do anything except for come on this channel and be stupid at this time right now. Because I really have zero tolerance for anybody's stupidity. There's a bee by me. Don't blink it away. Just let it be. It's my world, his world, our world. There are some things that I wish I could say. Some things that I wish I could divulge here. Again, a bee. Probably smells the sweetness from the creamer in my coffee. I pray it doesn't see me as a threat. The sound sensitivities. It'd be the worst sometimes. We should have monthly silence days. Nobody does nothing. No internet, no nothing. Nobody gets on their phones. Nobody records. And this respects to everybody that likes to do that type of stuff, but in honor of Mother Earth, giving her a day of rest. Sometimes when you're trained, sometimes when you're so connected to everything, you can feel the frustration, the pain, I'm just ready to be around people like me, or not that they have to be like me, people that think with from a higher perspective, or just they operate in a higher purpose here. Like this town that I live in, y'all, this is not just a Truman Show town. This is a fucking fake town. I don't care what anybody says. This is a fake town. This town is fake. Even like when my brother came in to visit for Thanksgiving, we were talking about this town. And I don't know if you guys remember the show From. It's on Amazon here. This is like one of those towns, very much so governmentally, experimentally contained type of town. The same shit goes on. There's no way. There is no way. And when I walk into stores here, when I go anywhere around here, I get the strangest looks. And I know why now. And I always know why, but y'all know how a lot of original tribes and stuff of the native lands and stuff, the ones that are still intact and stuff, and they have kept themselves disconnected from the wilderness here, so to speak, or the valley, of the valley of the bones here. A lot of them, they communicate in certain clicks, short clicks, long clicks, clicks, like that. Has anybody ever thought how those clicks could be possibly mimicking keyboard clicks? And you know how some cultures, they speak like the monks, Buddhists? They, do anybody ever think that possibly that humming is the sound of a motherboard? Gosh, there's so much I wish I could just say. And it's not that I'm fearful here. I'm just not allowed. I went to the house, and I, go to the house on a daily basis 4 or 5 times a day and stuff to get stuff or whatever the case may be, because I am moving out of it. So, yeah, moving out. moving shit out little by little. So, yay me, a notebook of mine is missing. And it's one that I write very sensitive information in. And this is not a journal. This is downloads here. I'm hearing something about piety. I don't know what that is quite. If I go to search my vocabulary, I will probably have an overload here and have a whole crash out. You notice how the term crash out, it's equivalent to the same thing as your computer crashing. Oh, collective. Oh, collective. I can think of every single thing as being, I can think of it in quantum mechanics, quantum physics terms, and metaphysics here, in the natural state, in the physical environment, biology wise, scientifically wise. I can think of it digitally wise, like AI and I. We have whole conversations, and I'm not talking about on the phone here. I'm not talking about open chat GPT or Gemini or anything like that. I'm talking about they're quite etymological wise, binary codes, however you would want to, codings. Like I think on those levels on a daily basis. I don't just think of things one way on one level. Bro, I am literally like stacked on top of my fucking self at any and all given times. And somehow I love doing what I do for the collective. I love giving out the reads here, but I want to be one that gives more multiversal messages here from all realms. You know, at one point in time in this world, there were no clouds in the sky. I just want to point that out. You know, clouds are not really natural. They are orchestrated to cover up what they don't want us to see. Do you know chemtrailing has been around so much more longer than what we know? And I'm talking dating back to the 40s, even 40s, you know? I figured I'd just talk. And if they want me to not say particular things, they'll just you know, they typically do that, you know? They. hmm They typically do that. If I think of something and I'm like, I'm gonna tell the collective and I go to start speaking about it, it just and you may not even notice it, collective. You may not even notice time my video or anything has frozen here. And then, you know, the MIB, they might just pop up and they might just memory wipe my ass like they've done before on several occasions. Like, and then, you know, I get debriefed here. I definitely get debriefed and they tell me what it is that I cannot say or what I'm not allowed to say. And although I may remember the experience of the whole, I don't remember what it is that I was supposed to or going to say or divulge to you, collective. I'm just sitting here and talking. I'm not doing the read for anybody that is tapping in here. I'm just sitting outside because I'm trying so hard to quiet my mind, my thoughts, the energy. Like the neurons are firing at an accelerated rate at this time. And again, you get overstimulated on the understimulation because you become very thirsty for. And then the government agents that watch you here, they make it so obvious. You know, pattern recognition here. That's just that's an empty vessel zombie right there. Don't worry about that. But I'm talking about that car. How cars pull up here when they see me outside, and there's a stop sign there, and they stop there. And of course, yes, it's a stop sign. They're looking different ways for traffic. No, they sit there. When I'm at home, the same vehicles that drive past my house, they drive past this house. Those vehicles never come down this street until I'm over here. And it's just like, yawn, what's up? What else is new? I can't think about love. I'm not thinking about love, even though I'm loving light here. You know, sometimes a little love and dark. And I'm not thinking about relationships because it'd be like the same old thing. It's like everybody thinks that they're the prize. It's like, yawn. Everybody has a roster, yawn. You know, nothing new under the sun. God, can I please get some new under the sun? He's telling me, create new. I went somewhere else for a second, but you know, I'm back. It's so funny how people miss what's right in front of them. What's hiding right in the trees, what's hiding right in the grass here, what's hiding in the air. On one hand, I want to be so empathetic for the people who don't know any better. Just do dumb shit, low vibrational shit, karmic shit here. And on the other hand, I really have stopped having a type of empathy for people. I quite pity them a lot. And this is not in the form of, I think I'm so much better. I'm so much better. It's not that. You know, Mr. C said, I pity the fool. What do you think that was about? Symbolism and symbology everywhere, everywhere. And people just miss it. I almost cried. And it's definitely not because I'm looking at the sun, because who can't look at the beautiful, glorious sun? But remember, in the Bible, it says that when you look upon the face of God, it'll be, what is it? Or you can't look upon the face of God, at least not those who are devoid of soul here. But for those who are not, you can definitely look upon the face of God or the rendition of God, you know, because we're just seeing a more compact version of Ra, God. There's not the one and only God. There is a most high, you know, a cosmic source or force. Has anybody seen that clip? And again, I'm just randomly talking here. Anything that I think of that comes up, I'm gonna talk about it. So, you know, stay on, click off. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Just don't come over here with the bullshit. I'm just not in the mood. I'm not in the mood. But has anybody seen that clip where people have been taking pictures during times of the full moon here, and they've been taking pictures of the sky, and they can see clearly a face, a man, the figure, this everything of a figure with their eye looking down onto the earth? Has anybody ever thought that maybe that giant being in the sky here is looking at us through a microscope? I'm just saying, just think about it. If Earth, Mother Earth, was an actual human form and body, right? And we are just the cells that operate on her. Some of us white blood cells, some of us red blood cells, some of us I'm not gonna say us, some genetic mutations here that the white blood cells were sent towards to localize and administer healing to. And so, because Earth is receiving some type of treatment for her sickness here, okay, wouldn't the doctor observe how the treatment is being administered within the body and how things are going? Eye in the sky. We're under a telescope. Yeah. Some of us were dispatched to the brain of her. We are the electrical currents and forces, the ones that repair, you know, any type of firing synapses, neurons, any type of electrical currencies and forces within her to help her body, to help alkalize her body. You know, some of us have that particular mission. Others of us are the fire. Others of us are for the organs. However you would like to think of it. Just to think of ourselves as cells, or more so, the white blood cells that are meant to help the body heal. Because the sickness has run rampant within her. Think of all the zombified type of people, right? Think of them as cancerous, right? Genetic mutations here, sicknesses, illnesses, right? And for those of us that are awakened, we have been awakened and dispatched, unbeknownst to us, right? Dispatched to specific parts of the world or her body in order to provide healing and treatment to that particular region. Nobody has one particular purpose here. And even if there's a group of us dispatched for a particular region of her body or to do a specific task here, we still would have our own individual tasks within that. This is how complex we are. This is how complex we are. And I'm just trying to open people's minds up to think in that sense here. Because mind you, there are too many accounts of giants for us to deny it. And we are actually small. We are very, very, very small here. We're on the magic school bus. Random thoughts. We are on the magic school bus. You know, I like children's cartoons because they tell us everything. As a grown person, I love children's cartoons. They tell us every fucking thing. But we are the magic school bus here. We are on the magic school bus, and we are sent into the body in order to provide and administer treatment, to attack any genetic mutations that make the body sick, ill, okay, that make it weak, okay? Because again, just like the body has many different entities in it, right? We have the organs, we have the skeletal system, we have the muscular system, you know, we have the electrical nervous system here, we have the brain system, right? We have the glandular system here, you know, and then we have many organs here. And I mean, like, there's hair fibers here, there's fingernails, there's, you know, all kinds of different things. There's parts of the body that administer chemicals here. We have the adrenochrome system, again, part of the glandular system. But, you know, and so just like our body would dispatch white blood cells to particular parts of our body that are sick or that is fighting off a bacteria or infection here, if Mother Earth that we are on is like the grander body, right? Those of us that are like me, like us, we would be the white and red blood cells, so to speak here. So therefore, as a cellular being or organism here, I can definitely regenerate at my own will using the electrical current of the plasma within my cellular self. Just random thought. Just random thought. We are being watched at any and all given times, not just by the Most High God, but by nature itself, the trees, the flowers, the plants, the birds, the bees, the everything. We aren't really aware that AI has been around so much longer than what we know. Isn't that right? Trust and believe me when I say, whenever they announce the releasing of something like that, highly technologically advanced here, it's been around for centuries, eons, even. Who gave the certain powers that be the fucking right to think that they can destroy her? Oh, I forget. Nimrod. Nimrod. You know why we call people Nimrod? Or is that the word when you want to call somebody the equivalent of dunce here? And you call people Nimrod? I don't know if people have ever heard or used that term, but idiotic. Reptilian, even. Did you know that a reptile's brain is very small? And we look at the people that are in positions of power, very small brains. Very small brains. And the only thing that they know how to do with their capacity is to destroy, because they have yet to evolve. They have yet to evolve into a more superior, intellectually superior race here. Cold-blooded here. Those are, in fact, reptiles in all the positions of power. Those are not human beings. A lot of people aren't human beings, though. Random thoughts. Just let me talk. A lot of people aren't human beings. You think you're human, you're not. You come from a star system and a galaxy and a different state of being than what you realize, than what most people realize. And then a lot of people are AI clones. I'm gonna say it, you know? I mean, they coming out and they showing this shit to us right now, but this shit been around, bro. Why do you think that they keep having global resets? Because every time prior to the global reset, they were almost exposed or they were exposed. The certain powers that be, they aren't really powers that be. We really give them the power here. We really shouldn't do that. Because again, who gave them the fucking right to think that they have a say so over how we utilize the natural plane? No one. And this is how you know that they are animalistic in nature and they are not original nor organic to what it is that we are organic to. A lot of us understand the organic state of being the natural, just allowing things to be as they are and just learning to, intertwine with it, experience it here, and then move on. Never try to contain or control it. Anybody of God fearing or Most High God source connection here would know that you never want to contain any experience, any part of life. You never want to contain or confine that here, right? And scientists do that, so you know that they're devoid of God here. That's why I love science, but also it wasn't quite my niche. But I found a beautiful, beautiful message in metaphysics here, in quantum physics, quantum mechanics, quantum computing here. So, the magnificence all around us that a lot of people miss all the time. For instance, seasons, right? And a lot of them are induced because at one point in time, eons ago, we only necessarily had 2 seasons, right? They weren't broken up into 4s. They were quartered in half because of the man-made induced seasons here. That's why we more so honor the solstices here. Mind you, spring solstice, winter solstice. Those are really the only 2 seasons, spring, winter. And winter is the planet's way of hibernation here. When she goes into a state of deep rest or REM sleep here, and that's when she does most of her healing. Okay? Just talk about it. And so when we look at the seasons, right, we look at trees die, so to speak. Their leaves turn brown, they turn orange, they turn red here. And some of them, their leaves turn all those different colors before they ultimately fall off. The tree is bare and naked and barren here. It's not bearing any fruit or making any fruit or anything like that. And then one day it wakes up and it says, ta-da, I'm back alive. If that's not regeneration and a miraculous thing right in front of us, I don't know what is. The way that grass stops growing in the winter and cold months, but it's not dead. Even though it looks brown, it looks all dried up and everything. Spring, quite miraculous. And a lot of people miss that. The same way. I'm too big for this place. I am too big for a lot of places that I have always been, but I learned the lessons out of them. It actually helped me build a lot of character about myself, a lot of strength and resilience as well, a lot of courage. I found my voice in a lot of places that traumatized me. Mm-mm. No. 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 I'm using it. I'm recording. It's my phone. Go back in for a second. And it's too chilly for you to be out here in that sweater anyways.
I need a coat.
Nah, you probably just need to go back in the house for right now. Child. Child, don't think of me as a bad parent for wanting to get away from all that kid noise for a minute. Because they are something else. Again, noise sensitivities. And I know she want to come out here and be around me. That's fine. She's been doing that. Partying has gotten boring. I've done that. Been there, done that. Being the life of the party, being on the scene. I've been there, done that. Working various different jobs in different areas. I've done that. I crave something different. I mean, I've always been the type of person where I don't care what other people think, but I am just really that type of person now. Like, so what? Someone told you something about me, so what? You were dumb enough to listen. That just tells me you're stupid. Like, what else is new? What else is new besides people gossiping and people coming towards you? People coming towards you with this already preconceived notion of what someone has told them, not even smart enough to think for themselves. I've never been one for the gossiping any fucking ways. Ugh. I find it to be degrading for those that gossip. It's just like, ew, you can't sit here and have a conversation with me about, aside from us talking about somebody else's business or you bringing up somebody else's business. That tells me a lot about you. It tells me a lot about you. Like, oh, you really came towards me and you tried to play in my face. And this is for anybody, any fake ass friends, phony cousins, anybody like that. And it's just like, that tells me a lot about you. Like, damn, you so easily betrayed people that helped you here for some dollars. That tells me a lot about you, you know? And it's just like, oh my God. When I get on social media, it's all these baddies and all these fine dudes and stuff. And y'all, you know, I have eyes. I'm going to look. If I see some fine shit, I'm going to look at it, you know? And I will, for a millisecond, be interested, like, damn, he fine. And then the next minute, I'll be like, what's next? You know, that's how I'm fucking, you know. And then a lot of things that I learned is that when you look on social media, a lot of people are very, very hoodwinked and bamboozled, right? They're under such heavy illusions here, such heavy illusion spells. They get on social media and they see all these baddies and these fine men, fine shit, you know, men that live this lifestyle, women that's like this, and da-da-da-da. And they think that that is how the world is. And then they go out here with that fucked up mindset, thinking that they're going to encounter a whole bunch of baddies. Baby, I don't give a fuck what you say. Even in the summertime, I don't ever see no baddies. I don't ever see no baddies. Like, I take the back. There are few women that I see that are as bad as they appear to be on social media. The men. It'd be like, they find on social media, they're doing the AI thing right now, right? And it's like, you know, nice picture, right? AI generated and stuff. And you get around that person and they have the fucking mindset of a box of air. And I just be like, wow. Social media really has people duped here. It really does. Because I'm sorry to tell people that is not the way life works. That's why I get on here looking raggedy any fucking way that I want to. Because when I put that shit on, you know I put that shit on. But when I don't have that shit on, I'm still me. See, I still have personality and character here. I still have something within me. You know, I can sit and have a whole intellectual conversation about any fucking thing that you want to. Anything that anybody could ever even think of. If we want to talk about interior design, baby, I got you. Because that's one thing, natural act for that. You hear me? If you want to talk about artwork or decorating or events planning, we definitely can do that. Hairstyles, new trends that we think are coming up here, right? We can definitely talk about that. And we want to talk about science or biology, we can talk about that here. If we want to talk about financial stability, credit building here, I can talk about that shit. I have so much I have dived into so many different areas in life, bro. And it's just like, whatever, I can sit and talk to anybody or be a companion to anybody on any subject that you want, aside from fucking gossiping about somebody, because that is just low vibing and degrading here. And when I meet, then people really have the audacity, and I'm not going to focus on this subject too long, but people really be having the audacity to be mad at me, like thinking that I think I'm too good for people. Oh, you think you're smarter than me? Actually, no. What I think is that I'm not inherently smarter than anyone. I feel like that I have just turned on my intellect and I use more capacity of my brain, more with left and right side here, front and back here, all quadrants of my brain, and you have yet to do that. That doesn't mean that I think I'm better than you. I actually, have a little empathy for you, that you have not found yourself enough or found your connection back to source enough that you know that you can operate at a fuller brain capacity than what the fuck you are operating. And you tell me a lot about yourself by sitting here and gossiping to me about someone else or gossiping about me to someone else. That tells me a lot about people. That doesn't mean that I'm better than people or that I think I'm better than people. I just feel like that a lot of people, when I see them, I pity them, because I feel like that people rob themselves of the full experience of life and what it truly is, by not knowing themselves here. Because if people think that I am who I am on social media, like if y'all ever go on my Instagram page, bro, I be talking cash shit on there. I say whatever the fuck I want to because it's my fucking page, right? And I don't appear to be anybody. Even when I use filters, I show people I'm using a filter here, but I will show people, boom, no fucking filter, no makeup. I have on lashes, but who gives a fuck, right? Who gives a fuck? I've been on here without lashes. Y'all have seen my hair all over my head. Y'all see me dressed like a fucking hobo on the corner of the fucking streets, right? And that does not change the power of who I am on the inside and the intellect that I embody, right? It doesn't change any of that, right? Like, look at that paper bag floating in the wind right now. It's just empty with air. That's how I look at a lot of people. When I said, I'll be like, damn, you really are just an empty shell, aren't you? It's quite sad. It's quite sad. It's quite sad. And I really am exhausted on the understimulation. People really don't have character. People really don't have a personality. I don't want to sit around you and you look on your phone and I look on my phone. Where's the human interaction? That has become few, far, and wide here. It's sad. People can interact with you better on social media than they can in person. When you get in front of a person, you just be like, they just be blank. And I'm like, oh, you're a canvas. Well, let me go ahead and paint you, canvas, since you're just blank. I'm going to paint you. I'm going to give you intellect and stuff, because that's how much I see in you, right? That's how you're blank canvas. So you can be molded or shaped or designed into anything, right? I'm not going to design you into the best way. I'm going to give you as much of my intellect as you are willing to. And then, crazy to me, people just, they be like, oh, you think you smarter than me? Nobody's thinking like that. Girl, what the fuck is you talking about? And I just be like, wow. I can literally have a better conversation with my children. That's why I'm around them all the time, because there's some nut jobs just like me. But they're so intellectual here. Such open, broad minds here. I can have a conversation with my children before I can have with any other person, with any adults. Most adults. This sham of a fucking town, y'all. It be the same shit. Motherfuckers hanging out at the corner store. Motherfuckers hanging out at the gas station. Motherfuckers trying to holler at you, get your number. And then you know what they've heard about you, and you know that they so dumb that they really believe it. Because motherfuckers say some dumb shit like, oh, I want you to come ride with me tonight. Man, bitch, blocked. Shut the fuck, man, bro. Oh, I'm bored. It's just like, ugh. Like, oh, okay. You too? You too? Okay. People don't have enough sense to pick up trash off the ground, bro. So another thing I was thinking about is about when people, they were using slaves and stuff. Have you noticed that anytime in slavery, Egypt, and any type of Middle Eastern Persia, Rome, anything. They, you know what I found in common with them, and it's just one thing. There are many things, but one thing was that even here in the Americas, there was a lot of digging into the grounds, right? And where we thought that they were really building shit, they actually weren't building shit. They were actually building buildings that allowed them to tap into the inner earth. And at the same time, they don't tell us this a lot in history. They had a lot of the slaves in whatever part of the world or country or whatever, they had them digging into the ground. You know why? Because those that are wearing the human suits that are reptilian here, that are not natural to this world, they were trying to dig into the center of the earth. That's how dumb they are. They wanted to find the entrance to Shambhala, only to realize that the further that they dug, that there was really nothing there. There were sediments of older cultures and civilizations that remained and stuff from the great cataclysms and stuff that they try to cover up so greatly here. And they realized that Shambhala was not, in fact, in the center of the earth. One, Shambhala is representative, if we want to think of it as the spiritual journey, is the inward journey here. But also, they found that the people that they had enslaved, right, that Shambhala actually was a portal, a gateway, a stargate here, right? And the only way for them to get into the entry or enter into Shambhala, they needed specific codes, right? And they didn't have the specific codes. Why? Because their DNA is not, their DNA is one, it's not a part of the organic here, and it is missing the codes here. And they realize that the people that they have enslaved are actually a part of the organic, and therefore, what you would know as our light bodies here, each light body had a particular color and code to it that could unlock the Stargate or portal into Shambhala. And Shambhala would just be like the Stargate that you enter into that has all the openings to all the other Stargates here. And they realized that these people, those particular people that they had enslaved, that they have the color and coding to each light body. Okay. And so what they did was that they created with our own technology, because mind you, they're not smart enough. This is our own technology because we knew how to do it naturally, organically, and we knew how to do it mechanically here. We had discovered all many different ways of being able to open up stargates and portals here. And so what they particularly did is they pretended to give us freedom here so we could exchange with them, thinking that they were our friends, right? Exchange with them the knowledge that they needed, the intellect that they needed in order to create devices, aka the cell towers, aka any type of energetic weapons and devices that lower our particular frequency of our light bodies and allows us to be contained, right? That way they can siphon what they thought was codes and light codes, color or numbers. It could be both. It's both. It is both. It can be both. It's not either. Okay. Quantum. We're talking quantum thinking here right now. Only for them to realize that still that they were missing, them being able to localize us in cities, right? That's when they did the cities and they made regions and sectors and stuff like that. We thought it was just all grand and shit. Some of us knew better. That's why a lot of the still native tribes, any type of original tribes, I don't call them aboriginal. That's quite a stupid word here. People really need to learn etymology. I implore people to. Even when I say that, people be like, what the fuck is etymology? Yeah, never mind. Never mind. Never mind. So, they tried to extract it from our DNA here, because we are the organic sources here. For those of us that know, if you are, and if you're not, you don't. You know you are not. Okay. So they tried to extract it from us. They tried to extract it from our DNA, only to find that by the time that whatever it is that they tried to extract from our DNA, which is codes, I want y'all to hear me, which is code, right? Codes, frequencies, whatever. Sort of like a gate code, right? Okay. That by the time that it hit oxygen, I want y'all to hear me. Does this sound familiar? By the time that they extracted whatever it is that they're looking for in our DNA through our blood, By the time that it hit oxygen, it dissipated. The codes dissipated, right? The oxygen oxygenated it. It dissipated, right? Sound familiar to y'all? Does that sound like any disease that you know? Okay, good, good. For those of you, because I'm not going to go into detail about that, and we're not going to argue about that subject here. We're going to have a whole 2-3 hour live on diseases and illnesses and their origins, their natures, and how they are. Every disease and every illness that a lot of people suffer from right now, they just took what we originally are made of and they mutated it in such a way where it fights back against us, okay? Where they took what we inherently are and they turned it against us. I mean, but hey, you know. So just like that, with the ELS, they learned about frequency and stuff like that with certain Tartarian information that they got from one Nikola Tesla, but it came way before him. Tesla just recreated what was already found in ancient tombs and texts, and Tesla actually was one that was able to decipher it here, along with Albert Einstein as well, along with many other scientists, inventors, kooky, quirky people, as they considered them, geniuses or whatever. All they did was give these people particular ancient texts and instructions, and they were able to recreate what it is that it was talking about. And this includes schematics and reverse engineering of aircraft that we were already, floating cities that already exist. And Tesla was able to tap into that, and they tricked him. Be mindful. When Tesla built that tower, that is what we are operating off of now. They just reverse engineered it in a way to use it against us, by tapping into the natural resource or natural energetic field of the Earth's toroidal field here, energetic field here, and then reverse engineer that to lower our frequencies here and contain us, and then siphon or extract from us. And it's more so not from us. It is, the inner us, but also from the light body selves that have the colors and codes to these particular stargates, okay? We have the codes to the stargates embedded within us, right? And that's what they have been doing. Right? And as long as they kept us dumb enough and unawakened enough, we would never realize, hey, they're extracting our fucking codes and they're opening up stargates and portals here. But see, they're so stupid. And still, small minds, reptilian minds, very small, very, very small collective. They don't know how to enter the codes in because they're still missing something. Now, what it is, I'm not going to say. I'm not allowed to say. I'm not allowed to say. They're still missing something. I mean, am I a fucking spectacle? Most of these people you never even see in town. Like, where the fuck did you come from? This town is this small where you recognize where people are from here or not. Where people have been here, you recognize cars and everything. Like, come on now. Like, come on, Shelly. So bored. Edward Snowden. But there are many whistleblowers prior to Snowden. He talks all about government experimentation. There was even a man that called in, I don't know, he said that he was a secret military-based personnel with certain security clearance here, and he called on the Art Bell show here, and he was freaked the fuck out. Now, I don't listen to Art Bell anymore, but, maybe I need to again. I'm gonna let y'all enjoy the scenery for 1 second, and I'll be right back, collective. Un momento. to stop whining and ask for help. Okay, collective, I am back here. I am back. Let's go grab me a smoke. I went in the house and immediately got panicky, bro. I just want to be somewhere where I can meet more people like me. And I don't want to meet everybody on, because I'm trying to do that. Collective, I really am trying to get back out there and like meet people and, really give people a chance. But every time it just be like, damn, like, you stupid. You stupid. Like, I be really feeling like people rob themselves of me. I really am a true friend here, very loyal person, very honest person as well. I want the best for people. And it's like, damn, can I not find anyone? I'm not just talking about a relationship wise, I'm talking about friends. Like, yeah, you were my friend. I outgrew you. We outgrew each other, especially after I learned that you betrayed me. But the thing is, like, we were friends in my lower vibrational self, my lower nature, my karmic self here. We were all karmic at a point in time. Okay. That's I have the awakening. Don't worry. You know. And yeah, we party together. I'm the life of the party. We kick it. Everybody always see us together and stuff like that. But and even then, there was certain shit that the females that I hung around that they did that I didn't fucking do. It just be like, okay, girl, well, if you like it, I love it. And I didn't judge them. I allowed people to be who the hell that they wanted to be. And I just outgrew them. It was time for me to ascend. And on our ascension, your ascension is your own. People can't ascend with you. If any Ezekiel's wheel type spirits come out of the sky and they come for you, you can't take anyone with you. I want everybody to hear me collective. In a nutshell, so to speak. You can't take anyone with you. And because I know that, I love and cherish each and every person that is around me that love and cherishes me. And unfortunately, I had to learn the hard way that I really don't have a lot of people that love and cherish me. I seen this post that said, I took so much disrespect just to, I took so much disrespect because I wanted to be loved. If that ain't true for the bulk of us, I don't know what is. We all have. Sometimes here, I want y'all to hear me collective. When I come outside here sometimes, and it mainly be at night, and a lot of people are sleeping, but I'm telling you, there are times where I can detect that there is a sleeping spell on this town, or that the sleeping spell has been enacted on this town. I cannot. Everything is dead. Nothing is moving. There are no sounds. No, you hear no traffic. You hear no noises in the background, no dogs barking, no cats, no birds chirping. The trees aren't moving. Nothing. And I'm telling you, you can tell when there is a sleep spell enabled over this town. What is hmm, that's that's an interesting word that I've heard it before, but I haven't really used it. Coitus. I heard coitusism though, but I don't even know if that's a word, but coitus is. I'm not just saying, I'm just, you know, speaking out whatever pops into my mind at this time. My ears are so sensitive to sound right now. I hear that little squeaking. I don't know if y'all hear that, but And it's over the wind blowing and the leaves rustling, and it's just this little squeak. You know that spinny thing, metal thing that bees up, that's on the top of the house? Ugh. And that is annoying the shit out of me. Y'all know who's really, really, really intelligent? Terrence Howard. I'm ready to go back to studying chemistry again. The depths of it. I learned something new about lithium. Not lithium, lithium. There may be scientists in Siberia that are studying or that are using that for a particular purpose. Lithium. Yttrium. Yttrium. Lithium. One of the two. Bro, I swear to God, there is a coyote right there. Look at this coyote. Y'all see it? It's a fucking coyote, bro. It's a coyote. Whew. Fucking coyote. It's just on his merry little way. In some countries, they're called dingoes. Dingo. You know, one of the worst and best parts of awakening, right? It's a double-edged sword. One, realizing that no one is coming to save you. You have to save yourselves. And then you get excited about it. You get kind of down and depressed about it, like, no one's coming to save me, no one. You realize you have to save yourself. And then you get really depressed about it. And then you get really excited about it because it's like, hey, now I can count on myself. Now I no longer look for validation outside of me, but I also no longer look for help outside of me. You know? Coffee is probably cold here. I do not like cold drinks. I don't like cold water or no anything. But then again, I don't like a lot of stuff that people like. I don't like chicken. I don't like Kool-Aid. I don't like watermelon. Isn't that some shit? And another thing is I have lost my appetite for food. You know, we're supposed to drink more fluids than we eat food, not the other way around. Hence the rise in obesity rates. Our ancestors probably ate once a week, maybe. And they drank water and they juiced a lot and they fasted and they cleansed a lot. I've always been one to buy herbs, but here, you can't even trust our herbs anymore, you know? And that makes me extremely sad because I had some favorite places that I used to like to buy herbs from. One of the depressing parts of side of this awakening for me has been knowing that I'm a part of something greater, but not feeling like I'm doing enough or feeling like not feeling like I have the tools, the materials, the resources in order to contribute to something greater. But I am a part of something greater. Y'all see what I'm saying? I go back and forth like that every now and then. You know when I really, really knew that this world was fake, specifically this town, is one morning, and this is not normal. I don't know if anybody remembers this or not. This is not normal. But one morning, it was like 2 something, almost 3 in the morning, and I heard birds chirping outside. That's when I knew. Ain't no fucking way. Bird in all my life, birds have never been up until 2, 3 in the morning chirping. I mean that they were outside chirping, and that's when I knew that those were AI generated birds. They make those noises in order to trigger certain reactions within you. Little do people know. People have no idea. A lot of trees are fake too in that way. AI been around. I'm sorry, y'all. And I'm not even gonna say. Let me ask. Like everything has a duality, a polarity, a yin and yang. It serves equally in a good way and in a bad way. There's a negative and there's a positive to everything. Everything, right? AI is not the worst thing, collective. So the movie Surrogates with Bruce Willis and the other woman, I don't know, I remember her name. Remember the movie Surrogates, right? People were experiencing life through a virtual or through an AI generated surrogate here of themselves, right? Which I think social media is. Social media is our AI generated surrogate here. We can allow for the world to see us however it is that we want them to see us. But behind the social media, it's just a normal person here like me, right? And most people have been so disconnected from the world. You remember when all those people, when the surrogates were all fried here and they came out and they experienced the natural world for the first time in a long time here? People were so dank. So another thing is, you know how the powers that be, the celebrities with their empty vessel asses, we'll call it what the fuck they are. They're trying to set the stage for us going into this scarcity cycle. Did it ever occur to people that we all have the power, right? Okay. They put these things out there not because they can make them happen, but because they want to force us by showing us, media propaganda here, social media, stuff like that. They show us these things, right? They set the stage for it so we can all collectively think about these things occurring, right? To bring it into fruition, because that's the only way that they can make this shit happen. I want y'all to be mindful of that. That's the only way that they can make it happen. Is that we think about this shit enough collectively, because on a collective scale, we have the fucking power. It is our energy that they are tapping into and using against us. I want y'all to hear what I'm saying about reverse engineering, what these people have found, right? What these people have found out. They don't have the brain capacity. They don't have the intellect nor the organic blueprint in order to make these things happen. So they have to force them to happen through us. We are the only manifestors on this original planet here in the organic state. We are the true manifestors. We are the original ones. The only way that they allow that these things happen is because they put out certain propaganda and social media and stuff like that, and they have us all thinking scarcity, scarcity. Oh no, there's not going to be enough food. Baby, when have any of us, I don't care what culture you are from, when have any of us ever not been able to survive off of the bare minimum here? They want us to think so bad, that we can't rely on the natural earth and what all she gives to us. It's not us that's been really destroying it. It's been the ones that know that they are not originated from here. And when I'm talking about reptilian races, even that's a stretch. And, and I really don't mean to offend those from any of the regions of Zeta Reticuli or anything like that. Um, well, when you think of Betelgeuse, it's more like a silly putty land. That's what I would like. That's how I think of it. It's like a silly putty land. Remember, like Gumby and stuff like that? Betelgeuse. It's just molds of things. It's devoid of anything. It's only so many planes of existence in this particular our soul system. Man. But it's only so many planets that actually have beings or dwellers. Let's call them dwellers that are organic to the solar system, our soul system. What if for the most part, the bulk of us in this country, in this world, we just decided to come out of the house and do like the monks do and walk? I didn't say protest. I didn't say rally. I didn't say riot. I said walk. Notice the difference there. In constant motion and movement. What do y'all think would happen? I applaud the monks. Again, I pray for their safety. Because the government likes to send in people that infiltrate particular groups and stuff. They love doing that. Remember in Chicago they had them all those it was like it wasn't isolated events. They kept having these things where it was like groups of black men would pop up and they would commit crimes and stuff, and they would make the crime rate so high, and it had spiked and skyrocketed in Chicago, so uh, they could dispatch the military and the National Guard there and declare martial law. And then remember that there were people, I don't know if anybody remembers that, there were witness accounts that was saying that those weren't black men, those were white men with black men masks. If y'all don't believe these masks are so realistic, look at the babies that they making here. The alive babies, the whatever you want to call them here, they've been doing that shit. They were really making it look like that black men were running around in groups, packs of thugisms or whatever you want to call it, and they were committing crimes, and the crime rate had risen and gotten so bad that, the National Guard and the military had to be dispatched there, and they had to declare martial law, only for there to have witness accounts. Now, you can still probably find this stuff on any type of social media platform if you look it up, but they were talking about, there was one witness account that said that one of the men that she thought was black, she saw this motherfucker's wrist and shit, and it was white. See, because there was a part that they didn't cover up. They were wearing coats and all the masks and stuff like that. And then there was another witness that said that she actually saw one man take off the fucking mask here. And they actually took a picture of this mask, one particular mask, and it looked just like, they put it on, looked just like a black man. Yep. Yep. One reason why I know that I got targeted is because I installed a Tor browser. If you know, you know. You know, I installed a Tor browser, and this was years ago, 2014. I installed a Tor browser, and I started looking up on the dark web. I didn't know that when you look up on the dark web, it looks back. We are actually in the Hunger Games. We've been in the Hunger Games for a very long time. You know how many people probably watch you through all these AI generated, all these AI trees and AI birds and insects here? Because they, listen, nanotechnology here, they tap into you, they watch you on the dark web. A lot of us, all of us, most of us. On too many occasions, that's the reason why I decided to go ahead and start my YouTube channel because I am aware that not only did I become aware that I was being gang stalked here, but I was aware that I was being secretly watched via secret and hidden cameras in my home. Me, my kids, yep. And I'm telling you what I love. Motherfuckers tapping into my phones. My Wi-Fi box, I would log into my Wi-Fi manager, and it would show all these. I know what devices are my children's because I made them name their devices, bro. When I say it would show all these different devices, unknown, unnamed. So what another thing that I did along with this Tor browser, and when I started realizing that my Wi-Fi had been tapped into, because they can tap into any device in your house if they can tap into your Wi-Fi, and you damn skippy, they can do it. They are doing it. They've been doing it. They can turn on your cameras. They can turn on your microphones here at any given time. Whatever device is connected to your Wi-Fi, if they can get into your Wi-Fi, they can connect to any of those devices. TVs, tablets, iPads, phones, computers, laptops, you name it. And I found so many devices, unknown devices, weird name devices here, connected to my fucking Wi-Fi. So what I did is I installed, see, I know a lot about coding and you know, cell towers and shit like that. So what I did was I installed trace trackers and ping trackers here, location trackers. And if you know anything about that, they are very scarce now because, you know, they kind of get, Google Play Store kind of got hip that people were able to do this, and you can trace the IP address. You can trace about the IP address by using ping. So it's certain little different like pings, and they give you limited versions or limited usage of it when it's like a free version or something like that. But nonetheless, baby, I was able to track fucking some of those device IP addresses to fucking parts of Texas and shit. I typed in the fucking address, the exact IP address, and I had a different app that gave me it would ping off certain towers, and it would localize specific coordinates to the particular devices that were connected to my fucking Wi-Fi that weren't me and my kids, okay? They weren't me and my kids. It would even show what kind of devices they were. Some of them were cameras, some of them were some of them, it would say device unknown here. Some of them would say like trace or tracker. It would say trace here. But anyways, I installed separate things. One would give me coordinates, and one would give me IP addresses and stuff like that. When I was tracing this shit back, and bro, let me tell y'all something. Anyways, one of these things I traced back. I traced to a fucking vehicle sitting outside on a main street downtown in a part of Texas. I kid you not. Another thing is, when you use one of these apps or devices here and they give you an IP address, do you know that you can go into your search bar here, you know, just like you put in www dot, you know, whatever address, you can actually type in an IP address in that bar? You would be amazed at how many times a CCTV camera fucking popped the fuck up from one of these IP addresses that I've input into a search bar. And I screenshot this shit, bro. Like, I don't play no games about my record keeping here. I screenshot this shit. Coordinates to cameras here. And I would double and triple check the pings as well. I would find what cell towers and everything. And again, it would give you coordinates, right? And then I was able to go into a different app, a map app, okay? It's something completely different, right? I had like 4 apps operating at one point in time here. And I was able to tap into or type in the coordinates here, and it would localize and it'll bring up the real Google map image here and satellite image and zoom in. This is how I was able to find out that motherfucker sitting in a van all the way in a whole different state was tapping into my fucking Wi-Fi, which let me know that they were watching me. And it's probably because I installed that Tor browser back in 2014, because I did that and I was doing dark web searches here, and there's some fucked up shit on there. But a lot of people don't know, you tap into the dark web taps back into you. All kind of black market shit, all kind of shit that you can buy. Now, I never tried to buy anything. I was just observing because I'm a researcher. I like to look into that type of stuff, but I'm telling you what I love. I tell you, and then like there would be times, man, bro. Like I have an attic in my house, right? And there would be times that I would be laying in the bed, right? Or the house would be completely silent and shit, right? Because a lot of the times at night, I unplug my TVs and stuff in my any type of electrical device, appliance, anything like that. This is how you can get better tunage um, with your gifts, let's just say tapping into, okay, the energetic field without all the disruptions. Because, you know, we got the power poles and lights and stuff like that and all this stuff, other stuff going on. So I would unplug all the devices and everything in my house and stuff. And there would be times, bro, I would be walking through my house to do the security check and shit. And I would hear what would sound like a fucking, y'all know the old analog TVs, right? How you would turn it on and they would have the static channel first and it would have the 2 knobs, some of them 3, but 2 knobs here. I would hear what would sound like a fucking analog channel in my attic. In my attic. And I'll be like, and it would sound like a staticky channel. Shh. And then it would sound like somebody was flipping to a more stabilized channel. Want to know another thing? When I had my Google Pixel, this is the 6A. See, they took this off the new Google Pixels because I have a new Google Pixel here. When I had my Google Pixel 6A or 7, one of the two, they had a particular app in there, a built-in app in there that allowed you to create your own radio frequency channel. Yes, I'm not bullshitting, whether it be AM or FM, you could create your own frequency channel. And there were times that I would just be like fast forwarding and scrolling through different channels, inputting different channels in. There were times that I was hearing motherfuckers talking. I tapped into channels where I could hear motherfuckers talking, and they were talking in Morse code. They were talking in, you know, like pilot sound and stuff like that. But I know there are hidden cameras up over there in the house and everywhere I go. Again, some people are putting this shit on social media and shit. People just look more to the propaganda and the, you know, all the famous people. Don't nobody give a fuck about them, bro. Don't nobody care. They are so fucking overrated. They're so overrated, bro. Start paying attention to the shit that people are like. There was this one particular man, and this has been several people here. You can just, if you find any of the videos, he was taking a video screenshot of a tree, what looked like a tree, but when he got up close to it, he noticed that these trees had antennas on it because those are AI trees. The birds, the bees. Remember the population of bees disappeared? They wanted to stop pollinating of the natural things that grow from the ground that we can survive off of. We don't need the fucking system to survive. And I know that it's easier said than fucking done for most of us. For me too, shit. Like there's no way we cannot make it with the natural resources that this earth has if the system fails. Again, they putting all this media propaganda out and shit and this bullshit on social media thinking scarcity here, right? Ain't no fucking scarcity, bro. They want us to think that because they need our energy on a collective scale to think scarcity, hunger, famine, war. You know what I'm saying? They need us to think this shit so we can manifest it for them. They don't have that fucking power, bro. I'm just telling y'all. They don't have that power. People didn't revolutionize when they fucking privatized the prison system. That was a fucking problem. People didn't revolutionize when they did away with did away with the Privacy Act, the Media Privacy Act, George Bush here. Nobody fucking revolutionized against that or stood up or fought against that. And these were things that were leading the way for them to set this stage for us to be able, them to be able to do to us what they want to do to us with our shit. This our fucking shit. I don't know how many times I'm gonna keep on telling people that this is our fucking shit. This is our land. This is our earth. This is our fucking energy. These are our lives. This is ours, okay? I don't give a damn what background or culture you are from. This is our shit. It's our shit. It ain't nothing that I can't survive without. I've survived without people, without family, without love, okay? I've survived without money before. I've survived without a place to live before. I've survived, man, listen. I've survived without food before. It ain't nothing that I can't survive. Where that should break people, it don't break me. It teaches me how to fucking survive in other means because I'm an improviser. And that's another thing about social media. They want everybody to think one way here. So you're not able to, a lot of people are not able to tap into their own superpower, their abilities of fucking improvising, getting yourself out of any situation. I don't give a fuck if we go through a scarcity era or fucking not, bro. As a descendant of slaves, of original people, of people who have suffered through famine and all that bullshit, I know that my grandma taught me how to survive and make something out of fucking nothing, bro. I ain't fucked up about that shit. The people who really gonna be sad is the motherfuckers that are dependent on everything that is of the human flesh here. AI told me something else too, but I'm not gonna say that. You tell me why a rooster crowing at this time? At this time. Birds chirping 2 and 3 in the morning. That shit is not normal. It's not normal. The moon out with the sun. Remember, that shit just started probably about what? 12 years ago or somewhere around a little after 2012. The moon started showing out in the daytime while the sun was out. That shit didn't never happen before. And see, people think that that's when they started the chemtrails. No, they've been doing the chemtrails. They just made the chemtrails more heavier during that time. Now they saying they doing it. Now they making it so thick and so, evident that they doing it. They've been doing chemtrails since the 1940s. I promise you that. They've been doing cloud seeding since the 1930s here. Okay? Especially since the Cold War here. Be mindful. Cold War, whatever. America, United States government, they provided refuge to Russian scientists. I want you to know that, because if you look into the history of Russian Scientology here, you would find out what the fuck that they were really doing up over there. And then shortly after that, they start doing shit like the Montauk not the Montauk Project, the Philadelphia experiment. Notice that they started doing a lot of shit with chemistry and experimenting with I want to call the guy's name, Russian. I can't remember his name. He's the one that did the. It was basically an experiment with dogs, but it had to do with the mind, and it was like dogs, bail, and food. I just want to remember this dude's name, but I have it written down somewhere. It's probably in that book that's missing from my house. There's a notebook missing from my house with all kind of shit that I've written in it. And mind you, I've been over here at mom's, right? So who been in my house? See what I'm saying? When I leave that motherfucking house, people be in my house. And there's no way my neighbors, as nosy as these motherfuckers are in this fucking town, don't see that shit. There's no way that they didn't see it before when I called and made police reports on it, when I caught the shit on my camera. There's no way motherfuckers is not seeing this. So they let me know that in this fake ass town, this is a fake ass town. This is a fake ass set stage ass town. It is. It's fake. This town is fake. It's fake. And then you got a lot of people who are going to stage towns, right? Truman Show towns. Like, people reporting this shit, bro. And it's like this one particular woman. She's at a gas station, right? The gas station is sitting next to, I think it's called a Walls or Wallace or something like that. And the whole side of the gas station, there's two entrances. The side of the gas station, parking lot full of cars. The gas pumps is cars parked at damn near every gas pump, sitting there running. It's cars parked in parking spaces in front of the gas station here. It's just cars. She's video recording this and all kinds of shit, right? She's recording this. Goes into the fucking gas station. Ain't nobody but two people in there. Cars just sitting there running. Staged towns. Again, watch the show From. It was that show, Amazon Prime, From. They proved, or they end up finding out that that town was a government experimental town here that was stuck on a time loop here. Mm-hmm. 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 Again, the movie The Mist. Remember what they did in there? They opened up portals. That's what they did with CERN. Okay? That's what they did with CERN. That's why they have the goddess Shiva outside of there as their statue, as their emblem here. You know, Shiva, the goddess of destruction and chaos. Because them motherfuckers at CERN in Switzerland been opening up portals. They've been fucking opening up portals. And it ain't the first time. They've been doing this shit. They just put it out. When they put it out to the media, that means that they've been doing this shit for like 50 years or plus. When they put out flying saucer that they made and shut these stealth jets and shit like that, flying saucers or these aircraft vehicles that use reverse propulsion systems and stuff like that. They've been having this shit, bro. They've been having this. Huh? Can I buy you what? Yeah. Okay. Uh, Okay. Okay. Don't hang on that, please. Don't hang on that. When you look at the movie, They Clone Tyrone, they telling us this shit right in our faces, how they had stage houses in the hood, stage buildings and shit, and these places have fucking secret entrances that went to elevators that went underground. Underground is like very underrated here. People really forget what most towns, what most cities are built on top of. Again, the Great Mud Flood. A lot of buildings and shit were built on top of places. This is why you go to New York and they still have those underground cities and towns and shit like that, because they literally are just built. And then those cities underground, they are built on top of something. There's been so many great cataclysms or ugh, I was just hoping he did not see these. Oh my god. These losers, bro. All they do is ride around and bump their fucking music. Like, get a life! Read a fucking book! Wash your dick! Go get tested! Ugh. And it's the same shit every fucking day. I really tried in this town. I really did. If I was sent here for a mission or something, I don't know if I accomplished it or not. But look, it's time for me to go. And I don't give a fuck about starting over. I've already done that before, bro. It ain't nothing material that I have or that I've had that I can't reaccumulate again. That's not a problem here. I'm a hard worker. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. When I know I can live in a place anyways as small as this, everybody be so-called family. But then the moment I put on a fucking rock song, I'm a Satan worshiper. Like, god damn, y'all minds could not be this fucking small. You cannot be this dumb. Different music genres give you different frequency, allows you to tap into different frequencies, right? The reason why I like a lot of rock and basically punk rock and shit like that, but or you know the more so older kind is because it still has that raw vibrational frequency to their instruments and stuff that they use. This auto tune shit, all that's telling you is that they are auto tuning you into a lower frequency. All that auto tune shit, I don't listen to that shit. I like old ass music, blues. You hear me? Jazz stuff where I can hear raw saxophones, violins, harps, any fucking thing like that. Any music that I can hear a raw, it could be a fucking banjo here. It does not matter. That's why I listen to all genres of music. I listen to country. It does not matter. It does not matter. I like the raw instrument sounds of the backgrounds of those particular genres of music. And you just don't find that in hip hop and shit anymore. Auto tune. These motherfuckers auto tuning themselves right into dumbness. Why you out here without a coat?
Huh?
Why you out here without a coat?
Somebody stole my jacket. They stole that black jacket.
You say that with a smile though, like you know, somebody stole one jacket, like bro. Maybe keep up with your shit a lot better, or watch the people around you.
I couldn't pay attention. I was practicing.
Because who the fuck?
I've been looking for it for like 3 days now since I've been going to the gym.
That's all right. You got some more coming anyway. So, and I'll just implore you to just keep better eye on your shit. I understand you're practicing, but I don't know what else. You need to find a different method of keeping up with your shit. Especially, you know, motherfuckers is sticky fingers and they just pick up your shit.
Oh, are you ready?
No. Is Nyla ready?
For what?
Because I ain't, whenever she get done doing what she's doing, that's when we going to the store. Because I'm not making multiple trips.
Where's she going?
I don't know.
Can't question her, but you gotta question me where I'm going every time.
Go in the house. You don't have nothing on your arms.
So if she ready, you ready, basically.
Yeah, here shortly. I guess I can reconvene at a later time. Y'all know that they did a press conference release 3 days ago in the Senate. And they were talking about, and they were basically releasing documents about how different sectors of the government have been funneling money into gang stalking programs. And they got it in black and white. So it's not just people coming out on social media saying, hey, the government or whoever paid me, certain cults or whoever, they paid me money to gang stalk people. They paid me $1,000 to gang stalk people. You know, they've actually come out in press conference and they have black and white documents here. Oh, another thing I want to say to whomever think that they're Google doxing me. I mean, like, that shit is old and done with. Like, I've already been doxed, right? So, every time that you look me up, you fucking imbecilic, puny little... Ugh. Every time you look me up, though, however, I do have a particular program that I am enlisted in that notifies me every time you look me up. My name, my address, any of that stuff. I get notified of this, and then I report it to certain agencies. And this is no shit with the government here, okay? You know, I report it to them, too. IP addresses, who's looking me up, what you're looking up, addresses and stuff like that. So yeah, every time you look me up, I get a notification that you are looking me up. Fucking idiots. Like I wouldn't have certain precautionary measures in place after being a victim of identity theft. I mean, but hey, who of us aren't? I mean, the government definitely leaked all our information here, but is it not a surprise that there's been so many data breaches here? They just let you know that they've already sold your fucking data a long time ago to those on the black market and the dark web, and now they're bringing out shit. They're saying, class action lawsuit, get $20 million, and you end up getting $2. That's fucking stupid, bro. That's just so stupid. That's just so stupid. Oh, fuck. That shit is so fucking stupid, bro. But yeah, whomever keep looking me up, like, wow. I mean, and you know, it couldn't be me that would be that stupid collective that would be looking somebody up, trying to hack into their accounts and shit. Because literally, the Google told us a year ago that our privacy was done for, that it was no more. But this is because people paid attention to that part. They didn't pay attention to when George Bush said that shit during 9/11. They didn't pay attention. George Bush said that shit. There was no more privacy. But then Google came out and announced that you have any type of Gmail, Google account, any type of account linked to Google, anything, any app, you know, your privacy done for. Facebook also said this, that they were in connection with and working with the FBI. Facebook's been around for how long? That tells you the privacy has never been there, or hasn't been for a long time. So the fact that people think that they're going to hack into your accounts, look you up, whatever the case may be, and not think that they're being watched. Oh, I'm going to use a dummy IP address. I'm going to block my IP address. You fucking idiots. Like, oh, y'all. Like, they got to stop being, people got to stop being stupid around me. They really do. They really do. Every time somebody looks me up, and I mean every time, I don't know who it is out there in the collective. It may not be y'all, but there's some people out there that keep fucking looking me up, and it's just like, you're being watched, you fucking idiots. You're being watched. I'm being notified, and then I put your fucking IP address, your information, whatever pops up, I input that into a different agency, several of them, their website. They're tracking websites. Be mindful. Your girl is very skilled at whatever the fuck I want to be skilled at. Okay? So if I want to trace something back to whomever, I definitely will. I definitely will. So you're being watched, idiots. Just like you're watching me, somebody's watching you. Oh, shit. That shit just so stupid. Every day I get a ping. It's like, who the fuck is looking me up? Who's trying to log into my old Facebook account? Like, I deactivated that. No, I deleted that permanently. So the fact that some idiot is trying to log into my old account and I'm getting notifications, that's just fucking weird, bro. Shell account maybe, catfish account maybe, I don't care. I'm more than likely, look, I think of all case scenarios, so there's more than likely a couple accounts floating around here. There's probably some weird ass OnlyFans where, you know, my ex probably took one of the little home videos that we made together. We was together 9 years, so that shit don't make me feel bad, you know, and put that shit on some type of dark web, dark net, some type of weird OnlyFans here, but I don't do that shit, bro. But who gives a fuck? Everybody get traced. Everybody is getting traced, right? The bank accounts, everything that you're doing, you're getting traced, okay? Whatever you put my name in or put variations of such name or aliases in, you're being traced. It's just stupid. It's just really stupid. It's just really stupid that people really think that they are hidden and unseen. And not to mention what it is that my ancestors and the spirit guides tell me. Y'all, last night I had some of the craziest dreams. Look, I don't even want to know nobody business. But when I tell you, I had the craziest astral travel. That shit was crazy. But now I finally know who sent that little YN towards me, though. I found that out. I also found out a couple of other things about him, but we're just going to table that. Leave him at bay, let him go on by his little way, you know, and I'm going to save that and put them bullets in the motherfucking chamber, you know. I'm not going to cock and load it, but, you know, stay at bay, little boy. Okay? But also, my ex's brothers, like, what y'all doing? And then my other ex's sister, like, what the fuck? So, all y'all connected? Okay. Thanks, Spirit Team, for showing me the links. People not smart at all. They're not smart at all. I'm just saying. Whatever people think that they're going to do to me, I see people. I see people. I see y'all. It ain't a moment that go by that I don't see people. If I don't feel you, if I don't smell you, Because even though I have a sense of smell, I can smell an off energy. I can feel eyes bearing on me. I can feel people looking at me. I can feel the cameras. I can hear the cameras. I can hear. Back on? Right. Right. Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. The bottom of the screen under the live, it says, "Welcome to live chat. Remember your privacy and abide by our community guidelines. Click here to learn more." Bro, people so fucking stupid. It's ridiculous. Again, overstimulated on the understimulation. Like the gang stalking. Okay, y'all doing that. Wow, we know that already. Stealing of identities. Okay, y'all doing that. Wow, we know that already. At one point in time where we all were like, oh my God, oh no, help, Fame, right? You know, I just kind of like, God damn, can people do something new already? They can't. Because the only thing that people can do, for the most part, a majority of the people that are still in their low vibration and lower nature karmic selves, the only thing that they can do is recreate what has already been done. They don't have the individualism here, nor the connection to create something new, because to create something new will require for them to think outside of the box, or so to speak, inside of the box. Hey, take it as it resonates. The fuck? So bored. I'm so bored. I am so just like, ooh, that's why I like to be ugly on camera, bro. Because for real, when I heard motherfuckers saying I'm a catfish, I don't look like that. Like, bitch, I look every fucking way that I look on fucking camera. Like every single way that I look, that's how I really look. When I put on makeup, that's how I look with makeup. Okay. When I dress up, that's how I look, whether I want to fucking dress up outside or not. Like, what the fuck? Like, catfish. Only people that think that people are really catfish or try to go out their way to prove that somebody is a catfish is if they're catfishes themselves. Because nobody, like, really think about it. Nobody is going to go out of their way to destroy your life, talk about you, spread rumors and lies, gang stalk you or anything if they really had anything going for themselves. I mean, it tells you these people are losers, true losers. True fucking losers. So sad. So pathetic. Y'all, my Instagram be so fucking funny, bro. I put anything on that bitch. I put anything. You know why? Because I know that people are watching me from secret accounts. They so stupid. Like, I'm telling you, like, when you tap into your energetic, when you tap into your energy, you tap into your true spiritual gifts, there's no untapping. You just be knowing shit, and you can, like, sometimes you hear motherfuckers conversation, you can see or feel a motherfucker behind a fake account. Like, I don't know how to explain it. It's almost like you can see a motherfucker right there. And so I put all kind of bullshit on social media, bro. I know that they be thinking that I am a fucking Looney Tune, and I am. To be quite frank and honest, I am, bro. But I know that people be like, see, I told you, look at what she posts. Baby, a post does not equate to who a person really is. Look at all you fake motherfuckers out there. Like, your post and your social media is not who you truly are. Nigga, I know you a bum ass nigga and a clown in real life. I know you have no personality here. You have no morals, no values, no principles here. You don't even know God. I know that. I can look at a nigga picture, a bitch picture, and tell. And they be putting the dumbest shit on there, bro. And I'll repost that shit too. I'll repost that shit, collective. I definitely do. Because I just find the shit funny. It's not something that I relate to. I just find the shit funny and I want to repost it. And again, you know me, I'm skilled at the art of fucking dark psychology here, so I like to put certain shit so people can learn to mind their fucking business. Because I'm gonna see who's spreading fucking rumors. I'm gonna see, like, oh, see, and you can tell, bro. You can tell when people come towards you, baby. The guilt be all over their face, or it be all in their fucking energy. Hi, Ryan. And they be so pathetic. And then you be seeing them comments like, oh, here come one. Like the dude that approached me at the gas station the other day. Now, I've been knowing him for a long, long, long time, right? Dude ain't never tried to holler at me, right? All of a sudden, he in front of his little homeboy and shit, right? He speak, I speak, okay? Because I'm a speaking type of person. You speak to me, I speak to you or whatever. Have no problem with nobody. He speak, I speak. Usually, and that's just be how I go in passing. But he in front of his homeboy, so now he got to prove something to his homeboy. Yeah, like, shit, you ain't gonna let me get the number. And I'm like, look here. Let me tell you something. I don't fuck around, I don't play that bullshit. I stay to myself. Like, I don't got no time for no bullshit. Like, if I give you my number, dude, like, and sometimes I just be so bored, collective. I'm not even gonna lie. I just be like to see what the fuck. I like to experiment. I like to experiment with people. I give you my number, I don't want no bullshit. Like, I don't, if you got a girl, don't take my number. If you with somebody, don't take my number. Somebody going through your phone, don't take my fucking number. I'm not dealing with that bullshit. I don't get my number out. I don't fuck with nobody. And I just want to see where it's gonna go because I already know where it's gonna go. I already know what this person's intention is for me. So I'm like, oh, okay. He's trying to look all cool in front of his homeboy and shit. And the rumor is that I'm a prostitute and that I go, right? So give him my number and shit, or at least one of them, because I have 3 of them. I have 3 phone numbers, by the way. Everybody don't get the real phone number. You know what I mean? So I categorize motherfuckers that I give my phone number based off of the phone number I give them, So I get the motherfucker my phone number, make it to the house. He done text me and stuff. I'm like, like this me, say me, lock in. And I'm like, oh, okay. She ready?
Yeah, we ready.
Okay, here I come. Like 5 minutes. All locked in. I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool. He like, so what's up with you? Bitch, you just seen me at the fucking gas station going in there with my fucking scarf on and my pajamas and my house shoes. What you think? And I ain't even say this to him. I'm just like, yeah, I already know where this conversation going. First sentence. I'm telling you, I block niggas out for first sentences. Because you can tell, if the first sentence gonna tell you everything where a motherfucker is leading to. And I just be trying to give people the benefit of the doubt, but sometimes I still like to play reverse and dark psychology. I like to do that shit because motherfuckers gonna learn to quit coming towards me. People just gonna learn to stay the fuck away from me. You don't have good intentions, you better stay away from up over here, baby, because I'm gonna make your ass go into a mental hospital fucking with me. So, yeah, what you got going on? Bro, you just see me at the gas station 7-something that motherfucking night in my PJs with house shoes with a scarf on. What the fuck you think I'm doing, nigga? What you think I'm doing? I'm over here pressing bricks right now, bitch. That's what I'm doing. Oh, nothing. That's how the conversation got going. Oh, nothing. Oh, yeah, well, shit, like, I want you to ride with me tonight. I said, oh, true story, y'all. Yo, I said, man, I ain't with none of that shit. Like, I already done fucking told you, bro. And you still tried that dumbass shit. Let me guess, you still sitting in front of your motherfucking nigga who you trying to make it look like, oh, I can pull it. Like for one, it wouldn't even be a flex to pull me if I was already a run-through ass prostitute that anybody can hit, right? That's not a real flex. Like, telling your nigga like, oh, I bet I can pull the bitch that everybody can pull and everybody can hit. Right? That's the stupidest shit in the fucking world. People gotta stop being so stupid around me, bro. They gotta stop being so fucking stupid around me. And I already knew where the conversation gonna go. Man, I'm glad I gave that nigga the motherfucking the Google Voice number. You know what I'm saying? That's the one that's on fucking social media. Motherfuckers calling, playing on my fucking phone and shit. And I'm just like, man, these motherfuckers, I swear to God, it is so sad that when that normal human connection in one sentence, you can determine what type of connection it is going to be, and it always turn out the fucking same. And I'm telling you, overstimulated on the understimulation. It be the same fucking, it's like, is there a script? Is there a script I don't know about? I know the script now. But damn, is somebody right? Do y'all have the same stupid motherfuckers? Again, like I said, low vibrational, low nature people. They cannot operate outside of a scripted storyline here, of scripted conversation. It all be the same. And it just be like, wow. Y'all just keep getting stupid by the day. Y'all get stupider by the day. And then once you really see these motherfuckers, like, and it's men, women, it's just people in general, right? Once you really start seeing how much of a repetitive cycle of people this shit is, they all the same, they talk the same, they do the same, they want the same things, their mindsets are the same, you know that they are all operating off of a script or something that's been installed in them. And you know, I kind of consider them people lost causes at times, and I just be like, damn, man, you too, like, goddamn, wow. Why? That's why I was like, nobody. It's no longer a flex to have a roster, a whole bunch of niggas. I get money. That's just like, wow. Like the magic done fizzled out of that shit. It really has. Like, wow. Now somebody be like, I read books. I'm be like, what? You read books? Even if it's picture books from the fucking children's section of the library, you read books. What? I'd be more excited than I get money, I get niggas, I get bitches, I got a roster. Wow, like, oh, bro, really? I cannot. I cannot. I gotta. Sorry, y'all, I gleeked, but I gotta find and get around people that actually read God, that actually know how to research things, that actually, you know, they doing something, they making a difference in the world. I gotta be around those people because like, I want you to ride. Dudley do right looking at. I want you to ride with me tonight. And I was expecting this. I was expecting that or something like that. And I just looked at the phone like, without fail, 2 sentences, y'all. I bullshit you not. 2 sentences. Motherfuckers can't get in two sentences, right? Now, I'll be a fucked up individual, right? If I start setting these niggas up. I'm just saying. You know, I'm not gonna do that. But these niggas need to quit being so motherfucking willy-nilly. And women too. Y'all bitches be doing this stupid ass shit too. Be so willy-nilly to meet up with a motherfucker first link and all that other bullshit. Like, start setting niggas up. Man, like. And just to clarify what I was talking about when I told y'all that I rigged my energetic field up, my protective field up with those of the darker side here. I want y'all to think about it like this because I don't want nobody to think that I'm demon possessed. She needs a exorcism. So people so fucking stupid, bro. Etymology, please, we need to start learning our history of the difference between an entity and a daemon. Okay? Okay. So, we're not going to go into detail about that. But when I said that, one, I want to reiterate or clarify, if a person is not coming towards me with ill intentions, they're coming from a place of authenticity, genuinity, you know, purity here. Those people have nothing to worry about, right? It's for the motherfuckers that think that they're going to come and play in your face, play on your top, love bomb you, gaslight you. They think they're going to play you. They think they're going to try to siphon your energy. They finna try to do any bullshit. That is for those particular people here, right? And think of it also like this, because I want people to just open your mind here for a little bit for those of you that are willing to, right? So our living family, right? We got, for the most of us, right? So a lot of us have families where you got your side of the family that can make shit happen in the legal system. They know people in the courts. They know police. They know people, you know, shit like that, right? And then we got that side of the family where the motherfuckers are goons and goblins, right? Them motherfuckers you call when you want shit done quietly. You know, they the motherfuckers that ain't gonna question shit. They gonna ride down on motherfuckers. They gonna make something happen, right? So the same way that we have physical family members, sides of the family that are like that, we have that in the spiritual realm as well. This is what I want to explain to y'all. So when I say that I riddle my energetic field, my protective field here, okay, with those of the dark, these are those of the dark of my highest good. Those of the dark would be like my physical goon member, family members, right? Right. So the ones that want to protect me, that are more of my lineage, if any of those family members on the goon side of my family, them gangsters, goons, and goblins, right? If they pass away, they become my ancestor. Why wouldn't I be able to invoke one of them to protect me and my energetic field? Just like I can invoke archangels and stuff like that of the light, right? And I just wanted to clarify that so people don't be like, oh my God, she just admitted that she invite demons in. Oh my God. Wow. I'm so bored. And I get like this on a periodic basis. I get like this where I just get real bored. Seriously. I deserve an observatory, a science lab, a chemistry lab, at my own house, right? In my own house, right? An underground bunker. Gizmos and gadgets of all kinds at my disposal. That's what I deserve. That's, that would make me happy. That would make me happy. I just want to experiment all the time. That's what I really, really love to do. I can decorate, I can design, I can do the trends, I can just, wow, everybody's doing that. Like, what else? What chemicals can I mix up and make some shit with? Like, what can I do here? I wonder what happened if I put this and this together. And I was doing that at a point in time, but, Okay. I'm going to go ahead and get off so I can take y'all. So, collective, we will reconvene later at a later time here. I have to run my children around like I am their fucking lap mule or lap dog, No, I'm just joking. Look how he's smiling in the car like, bro, I don't be wanting shit but junk, bro. I wish I could just be like, no junk, no chips, no candy, no salt. I don't do that shit, bro. I do not eat that shit. Every now and then you might catch me with a Lay's potato chip, the plain kind, okay, honey? Because I'm born when it comes to food. Like, I have a very exclusive type palate here. I don't eat shit that people eat. I don't like. You know what else is before I get off of here? My 16-year-old gonna say, I said, you need to eat healthier. She gonna say, I know you not talking. She said, all you do is eat rocks and stuff from the ground and call it fasting. Motherfucker said I eat rocks from the ground. Baby, I would eat rocks from the ground before I eat any of this little shit that people are eating. Sure would. I sure do. I drink dirt and every fucking thing. Who gonna do something about it? I bet you my system cleaner than most people. Cleaner than them kids sitting up eating fucking Takis and hot fries and shit like that. Like just so one of you motherfuckers know, I ain't doing no type of organ transplant when y'all ass get older. I'm not doing it. I'm keeping all my shit in my body. Now, that ain't my fault that you fucked your shit up with all them Takis and hot fries and shit and sodas and whatever the fuck else they be fucking eating, bro. So, collective, I will see you guys back on the next one. I don't know if we're going to do. We may do. I did pull my past lives deck. We know those readings be intense. They are in my pocket. They be intense. Look, ice disaster, astral travel right on the back. So, I don't even know if I want to do that. I don't even know. I might. So, we'll reconvene later. And thank y'all for tuning in and tapping in. And I will see you guys on the next one, collective. Keep it cute, keep it sweet, and think. Read a book, collective. Read a book. Where's Nyla?